Welcome everyone, I'm Dr. Celia Swan and I've just been for a run in these hills. So my thighs ache and I really was inspired to do a short yoga video for you, suitable for when you've come back from a run, maybe you've had a drink and a shower, or literally you've just come back from the run. We want to think about stretching through the thighs, stretching through the hips and calming us down mentally too. So come to the front of your yoga mat. And I want you to start by lifting up your toes and spreading your feet. They've just been doing a lot of great work for you, right? Give them a bit of love. And then place down the big toe, the second toe, third, fourth and fifth. And then standing tall, palms facing forward, fingers spread wide. And let's open up the chest a bit here. So the arms obviously do a lot of work when we're running too. And then close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Maybe you can feel beautiful expansion in the lungs, having opened them up running. And then we take an inhale, lift up through the crown of your head, feeling the cool air in through the nostrils. And exhaling out through the nostrils. And bringing your hands together in heart press center. We're going to do some suns with lunges. Taking an inhale, stretch the arms up, reach them to the sky. Exhale, fold forward from the chest, letting the head relax. Inhale, slowly pick the left foot up, place it way back on the mat. Left knee comes down. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. Now pause here. So after running, for a lot of people, we're tight through the thigh and the hip flexors, right? So I want you to explore, you've probably done a bit of exploring today, bringing the hips a bit higher up over the knee, the back knee that is. So you can feel more of a sensation through the quads than you would do if we did a classic low lunge. And then exhaling, hands either side of front foot, plank, bring the belly into spine, lowering the knees, and then wrapping the elbows in, lowering the chest. Taking an inhale, sweep the hands forward, lifting chest, squeeze thighs together. Exhaling, chest down, pushing through the knees, down dog. And then pedaling the down dog out, so bringing the right heel up, left heel down. Keep making these sort of shapes with the legs, with the feet, and then maybe bringing a little twist. At this point, I realised my calves are very tight. So if your calves are tight too, pause each time you bring the heel down. So we're changing this downward dog to make it right for us after our run, right? So we're built so differently, feel so differently, even though we're all runners. Being aware of what's happened in the legs, making it your down dog. Then coming to stillness, going to take an inhale together here, bring the left foot in between the hands. Now if the foot doesn't come, that's totally normal, just pick it up and bring it there. Being kind to our legs. On the top of the inhale, reaching the arms up, spreading fingers wide, exhaling, hands either side of front foot, and then bringing the back foot to join the front, forward fold, hamstrings are tight, bend the knee, sensing, feeling all that wonderful work you've done in your legs, and then pushing through the feet, inhaling, stretching arms up, exhaling, hands to heart. Inhaling, arms wide, stretch them up. Exhaling, chest leads. Bend the knees, this time bring the chest onto the thighs. Inhaling, picking the right foot up, bringing it back, right knee down. And again, just checking in with the sensation down the front of back thigh. And adjusting it to feel something delicious after your run. So you shouldn't feel painful, it shouldn't feel too challenging, it's just pushing the edge so that we're stretching the muscles. right, knees down, belly in as you lower down. Sweeping the hands forward, inhaling, lifting the chest, lifting diaphragm. Exhaling, hands under shoulders, down dog. And then here again, I'm going to give you the license to explore any movements that feel good. And circle through the feet. That's a really lovely one after running. You can simply just stretch the back of the legs. Inhaling, bringing the right foot in between the hands. Top of the inhale, rising up. Exhaling, forward folding over the feet. Inhaling, pushing through the earth, stretching up to the sky. Exhale, hands in front of heart. Good. I'm going to shift the weight into the left foot here, picking up the right foot. And very slowly, bring the right foot back to find yourself in a high lunge. Now check out the back foot. The back heel is up off the floor. I find this is more comfortable in the hips, and again is great for stretching out through the hip flexors here. And take an inhale with me, reach the arms up. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the lower back, opening through the chest. Take an inhale, stretch the back ribs up away from your pelvis. Exhale, lower the chest towards the thigh. The hands can be either side of foot or behind you. And I really love this pose because it's so important here to let go of the ego and not worry about how far we're reaching to the floor, but just to find the right place for your legs. I think it took me about 4 marathons to not worry about my time and just simply enjoy it. You know, that's what running should be about. Just enjoying the freedom. And then from here, slowly lower the back knee down. And we're going to bring the hands to the inside of the front foot here. And walk the front foot over to the side of your mat. That gives you a bit more space. And bring the hips a little bit further forward here. Either staying on your hands or lowering down to the forearms for Mancoon stretch. Again, listening to what the hips are telling you, right? So it's the same when you go for a run. If the hips are telling you to stop, it's the hardest thing to stop when we've got targets, but you know, we'll pay for it later on. So what is it the hips need? Do they want you to be down on your forearms or up on your hands? And if you're not listening to your hips, ask yourself why? Why are we tuning out of what our body's telling us? And then squeezing the front thigh in towards the center line. We're gonna bring the left hand, the left foot's forward, it's the left hand, up along the right arm, like we're pulling open a bow, maybe Legolas or whoever your favorite archer is, and then stretch up to the sky with the left arm, coming into our twist. Inhale and lift the center of the chest forward. Exhale, turn the left ribs up to the sky. And then wrapping the left glute into. And from here we're going to slowly lower the left hand down. Walk the left foot back to a central position. Spread your hands wide on the floor. And coming back into a downward facing dog. Or bringing the knees down, stretching the hands out in front of you for a puppy dog. And then meeting your friends back in down dog. I'm going to slowly walk the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. Taking an inhale, reaching up, stretching to the sky. Exhale, hands in front of heart. And then shifting the weight into the right foot. We're going to slowly pick the left knee up and transitioning back into our high lunge on the ball of the back foot. So again, check out position of the foot. So heel can be above the ball of the foot if that feels good. Finding right position for you. This is great if you have any problems with the sole of your foot, like plantar fasciitis, just to stretch out the fascia at the bottom of the foot. And then from here, we're going to take an inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhaling, interlace hands behind the lower back. And when I do this pose, it reminds me there's so much more to running than the legs, right? So sometimes we hold a lot of tension here when we run, and it's so great to stretch the shoulders out. And I realized I was doing this because, again, I was just chasing times, chasing targets. And when I stopped doing that, I actually could run with relaxed shoulders. And then from here, take an inhale, lift the chest forward, lower ribs come in. Exhale, finding the right position for your chest. Options here, the hands can come down, the knee can come down, whatever suits you, right? And then check out the neck. If the neck's tense, give it a bit of love, relax it down. And reminding yourself why you've taken the time here to nourish your body after your run. And then if the hands are interlaced, release the hands and bring them to the inside of the right foot. Right foot walks to the side of the mat. And squeeze the thigh towards the center. This helps stabilize the pelvis. And you can either bring the forearms down or stay on your hands. And I really want you to focus on spreading the toes, the feet on the mat here. And we often neglect the feet until we get injured. But now's the time to bring your awareness to the feet. Get out of your head, into the body, and giving the feet a bit of love. And then bringing the body upright. Taking an inhale, trace a line, that bow is the archer's bow, archer's bow, opening up, stretching to the sky. Taking a long inhale, expanding the ribs. Exhale, wrapping the shoulders down the back. And you can look up if that feels good. It never has to me. So I'm just gonna relax the neck here. What can you do to make this feel even better in the hips? And only you can answer that, right? Like, all built so differently, I always say that, but what can you do for your hips? Then exhaling, slowly coming down, coming onto the knees, belly in. We're going to lower all the way down to the floor here. Bringing the hands behind you. Taking an inhale, lifting the chest, lifting ribs, lifting shoulders. Exhaling, lowering down. And then placing one fist on top of each other, forehead on the fist. And tuning into how it feels to be lying on your front. Relaxing the body into your mat. And from here we're going to bring the right leg out to the side in a half frog position. And we're going to turn the head slightly towards the right, so stretching through the neck. Options to stay here, or if you want an up level, you can reach back for the left foot and bring the left heel towards the butt. One of my favourite quad stretches. And then just closing the eyes. Feeling the slowing of your breath, slowing of the rhythm of your heart. And then gently releasing the back foot. I'm going to change the legs here. So start by bringing the left leg up. A lot of people bringing it up all the way to hip height doesn't feel great, so you can bring it a little bit further down. And then again, turning the head to the left, staying here, or option to hold onto the back foot and bringing the back heel towards the butt. And then slowly releasing. I'm gonna roll onto our backs. Hooray! And then bringing the knees into the chest and finding a comfortable place here. And for a lot of runners, you know, the knees aren't going to come to the chest, and that's okay, right? You know, that takes quite a lot of quadricep flexibility. That's the front of the thighs. So just finding where's good, and then we just rock side to side, feeling the base of the spine being massaged, and the feeling of giving yourself a hug. And then slowly release the right leg down, slowly releasing the left leg down. I'm being a bit blinded by the sun here, but that's okay. Palms facing up, preparing for Shavasana. And if you're outside, just feeling the back of the palms on the grass, or if you're inside, the back of the palms on the carpet. And knowing that it's so important to rest after a run. You know, if it's all training or go, we're never gonna be strong, be healthy in our minds and our bodies. So I want you to take the next few minutes to simply let go and nourish. If you would like to take a longer Shavasana, please pause the video here. You can bring the knees back into your chest with me, deepening your breath, gentle movements of the fingers, the toes. Then rolling onto your left hand side, keeping the eyes closed and just pausing to feel space you've created in your muscles, your joints, your emotions. Just a short time. What a difference it can make. And then slowly pushing yourself back up to a seated position, hands in front of your heart, a prayer center. The goodness within me recognizes the goodness within you. Let's go with kindness, warm hearts, and an attitude to look after ourselves. Whatever running, whatever exercise we do, coming back to this spirit of self-improvement. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me.